Guys, welcome to the vlog. So I'm whispering because it's very early. So it's 10 to 5, so I got up at 4:30. And yeah, I'm going to give you what I do, what I eat, how I train and my mindset. Now the key is always having things prepared. Now, even though sometimes now I eat from home, still make my pack up, I still put it in the fridge, gives you no excuses whatsoever. So guys, I've got whey protein and Protein Edge that I am going to be having now. I'm going to be having the Protein Edge on the way to the gym, then when I'm in the gym, and I'm going to be having my whey protein, which is quite convenient in this little scoop here, that I'm just going to have directly after the gym. So, meal one. Turkey, vegetables and rice. Do not judge my cooking skills. So I'm going to be talking a little bit more about my meals, but probably when I'm out of the house or it's a little bit later. One of the things I am going to do now though, whilst I'm eating my breakfast, is watch a YouTube video. Because any dead time like this, you've got to educate yourself. Even if you're not a personal trainer, like it's not just because it's my job, it's because I live the life. So living the life helps you stick to your food, stick to your training. So just watch educational videos like what we put out, or anyone puts out, or podcasts or anything. Just try and live the life as much as you can. That's going to help you in every way possible when it comes to sticking to it. So, first coffee of today, and you're probably going to see far too much caffeine intake going on in these videos, but hey ho, I'll make them as honest as possible. That's it. So my plan was to actually come and do a video in the car before I set off and explain where I'm going, what I'm doing, why I'm getting up early. But as you can see, up before the sun. So I'll have to record it later. So I just pulled up in traffic and I've just got into Manchester and my alarm has gone off. That's when you know you've won the day. Guys, so I'm just going to Manchester. I'm doing a bit of training today with my mate at Pure Gym. It's nice to train in a different gym as well to freshen things up from time to time. But, you know, why did I get up so early? Why do I get up so early? So I still have times when I lie in bed, of course I do, for whatever reason, eating too much, drinking too much, or generally I like to give myself some sort of discipline, because I think it's very, very important that we do that, because like, my job role especially has changed dramatically over the last few years, and I've had to adapt and change with it and learn sort of my daily routine all over again, because since I've been a personal trainer for 10 years, my routine has been pretty set out. Like, I've trained clients at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, whatever. That's the discipline and that's what you follow in your life. Now, when I moved everything to my garage and I started working on THQ there from my mum's garage 5 years ago, I still had discipline. So, and I still took a lot of sessions because it was just me and Ryan, and I had that structure. And then when I opened Buxton, I still had that structure because I still had to do a majority of the sessions, and it was quite small. And then as we've started to grow and we've got bigger, for in order to grow, for orders to provide like sessions for more trainers and things to sort of adapt. I can't take as many sessions in anymore from the route that we want TH2 to grow, so it can be an opportunity not just for people to transform the body, but for people to progress their careers as well, in their careers as well, for trainers and to become business owners as well. I've had to sort of adapt a different role where I work on the business rather than always in the business. Otherwise it won't go in the direction it's supposed to go. We won't be able to stick to the promises that we've said to like trainers as well, to give them an opportunity. So what I'm trying to get is that I have to then put discipline in my own life. So I have to give I don't have to get up now. Like I'm not actually meeting Ryan till 10:30. So technically, you know, I could just lie in bed till 9:30. Probably, you know, realistically, maybe not with kids and things like that. But I have to put that sort of discipline in my life. So that's what I tend to do now. I tend to put in disciplines in my life that I have to get up and I have to do it. And like, let's say, for example, make a video. I put it in my diary for 6 o'clock, make a video. That's my diary, that's my discipline. And if you lose that discipline, it becomes very hard to stick to a training plan or a diet plan or adapt the lifestyle of a fit and healthy lifestyle. Because if your body's lean and healthy, like now last night, I went out and, you know, it's not that I went to bed at 8 o'clock, and because I got up at 4:30 today, doesn't mean I go to bed at 8 o'clock at night. Now, sleep's very important, so yeah, you should aim for like 7 to 8 hours a night. Very hard to get that all the time in it with life and kids. But like, we went to Bucks and Opera House last night. I had 3 pints, like, and then stopped, like, and I was in bed for like 10:30, 11 o'clock. So it's not like I'm living like a monk, getting up at 4:30. Like, I'm still living life. But when you're lean and healthy and you feel good and you feel energized, as soon as you wake up, you just get up and go. Like, and it's a lot easier to do that. It really is a lot easier to do that. So also as well is, you've got to give yourself big wins and little wins throughout the day. Give yourself confidence, not just in food and training and anything like that. So like now I'm here, as I've said, I got into Manchester and my alarm went off. I already feel like I've accomplished something before I'd even done anything. And I'm waiting for my mate that thinks that I'm arriving at 7:30, so I can just crack on with some work. And I'm already ahead. You're giving yourself that confidence in every area of your life, not just with food and training. Food and training will become as a byproduct because you're just giving you easy. It will feel easy as a byproduct because you're just giving yourself that confidence in every area of your life, and that is what a body transformation is all about. He's up, so we're going in, having a pre-workout coffee, second caffeine hit of the day, and 7:15. Like I said, you're going to see some serious caffeine intake. Thank you. Post-workout whey protein shake, just why I've hit a full body workout. Guys, so meal 2 of the day, it's going to be exactly the same as meal 1. So what I do is basically, I'm eating in my car, and it's cold, and I'm rushing about. You've got to look at your life. Now, in an ideal world, I would love to be able to have the time to cook a different meal every single meal. I'd love to be able to always have a microwave on tap, but that's not reality. I'm constantly driving about, mushing about, just with life in general, which I'm sure everybody can relate to. So I want to get the majority of my food from single ingredient food, so vegetables, rice and turkey. That is a very simple, quick and effective thing for one, to make me feel good. One, that if I get flavoured rice, doesn't taste too bad, and 2, I can prepare it very quickly. So yeah, I can't eat that all the time, but 80% of my meals do generally be the same. So I'll have breakfast the same, dinner the same, and dinner the same. Or if I'm having 3 meals, which is say I'm eating about 3,000 calories a day now. So if I'll prepare 2,000 calories, I'll have that in 3 meals throughout the day, and maybe I'll have a nicer tasting evening meal. But for now, on my car, sitting on my lap in my car. Yes, it's cold. Yes, it's the same food, but I'm eating for a purpose and it's serving my goals, and it doesn't taste that bad. And I could have stopped and picked up something because I don't want to eat cold food. Let's say I'll stop and pick up a sandwich, pack of crisps. I might feel good for 2 minutes, but then I'm going to feel shit for the rest of the day. So that's what you have to look at. You have to weigh up the pros and cons. So do you want to feel good for 2 minutes, or do you want to feel good for the rest of the day? It's your choice. I'm back, just about to go Costa coffee, but I'm not having any more caffeine. Well, I am actually, I'm going to have a tea, but there's not as much caffeine in it, is there? So yeah, to do some work with Ryan on our book that we're going to be doing. Still going to be doing for basically just for all the members to understand everything we want them to follow for the THQ principles, put it all in one place and make it very easy to understand. Number 2, that's 4 caffeine drinks today. So just left Costa, still raining, no snacks so far today, so I was quite tempted by a protein bar in Costa, but tend not to have snacks, even protein bars during the day. Tends to try to just avoid them as much as I possibly can. If I'm hungry, I eat an extra meal. So just pulled up in Aldi. Now the good thing about eating very simple is it doesn't take very long. So I have Mexican style rice, golden vegetable rice, and some blueberries, some cottage cheese. Now blueberries and cottage cheese I tend to probably have at weekends, I would say, and probably at the end part of the day. The bulk of my foods throughout the week and everything as from my single ingredient foods, like what I've explained. So it's Friday, so what have we got in? Well, I've just been to Tesco. Now, little Evian plug. Evian is like the best water you can have. You don't really even need to drink as much. It hydrates you so much more, and it actually tastes nice. It's just bloody expensive, but always got to have a little Evian plug in any video that I do. So Friday, so first off, like beer. So I've never really been a big beer drinker ever, really, but one thing I have noticed is that I tend to sort of, if I do have a few beers, now there ain't no room for having 10-15 pints of beer, like even on a big night out. You're trying to maintain your body shape, you find it very hard if you're smashing loads of beer every weekend. But when I'm chilling at home, sometimes I used to be really favourable on having like wine, yeah, but when I'm a lot leaner, even though my calories are good from a whole decent foods, I'm a lot leaner, wine tends to make me a lot more hungry. And I do still drink wine if we're like having an evening meal, where I know I'm going to be eating, then I'll have some wine as well. Like, you know, the weekends, I don't drink in the week, but I drink at the weekends, I will have wine. But if we're just chilling and having a few drinks, and don't really plan on eating as such, then beer, probably about 4 or 5 beers, which is probably about 900 calories, so it is quite high depending on what calorie you have, but I don't feel like eating on that, so it actually saves me calories and it makes me feel fine, and I don't eat on it. So, and then I tend to go on to gin. So more lower calorie stuff like gin. Again, that doesn't make me too hungry, so I can pretty much wrap up my calories for about 1,200 calories through my drink, which is a lot of calories if I were doing it every day. But over the course of the 7 days, the odd weekend having it like that, or having, you know, drink every weekend. I do drink every weekend, but yeah, I think that's quite an easy way of managing my calories. What else I've got is, again, The weekends is when I let myself snack a little bit more, but I still keep my decent habits. This is what's really important. I do not think, fuck it, it's weekend. I do not think that. But towards the end of the days, I tend to have like salt vinegar rice cakes, nice little bit of a snack that I will have at some point. Now, my daytime snacks on my weekend and if I was going to weekly snack, again a weekly snack in the week, a snack later on in the evening. These are awesome. Right, you can see them. Mini carrots, like you can have them salt, vinegar, pepper, a little bit of sauce on there. I've just bought some sauce. So mustard is a great one. And I've never actually tried this yet, but little sauces like that now, it's like 18 calories, red hot buffalo wing sauce. Don't know what, I'll let you know. But it's 7 calories per tablespoon. So you've got to look at things like that. Right, it's Friday night. I've just been to the shop and bought a drink, as you've seen. This is the key though. Habits do not change. Why should they change? Like, if you want to have things like alcohol in your diet, don't have to go like the all-in approach is like, wow, like I'm drinking, so I need to eat shit. No, you don't. If you have, just pick one thing. Like, I like to drink, so I generally try to eat well. Or if I fancy a crap meal, I tend not to drink. It's always a trade-off, unless like the odd times when you go out for a nice meal and drinks. I'm talking about generally day-to-day habits around the house. So, before I put in my exact same meal, I'm going to put in some sauce. Now this is, like I've said, I ain't even tried this before. So that's going all in. The going all in approach to something, because you paid for it and you've not even tried it yet, it's going on my dinner, whatever. So I'll let you know what it is, but this is a key habit, what I'm about to do now. So you need to make sure that, like, what time is it now? 10 to 2. I've just bought that drink for the weekend, so you need to, I forgot the keys, you need to make sure that you are still getting them decent habits. So in the freezer, downstairs in my garage, all my healthy food that I would have all week is still going to go in the fridge to defrost, so that it's at my convenience when I have it, when I'm not at work, when I'm just at weekend. So this is why it's so important, because a lot of us think like it's the weekends that's the problem, but it's not. It's the habits that are still, we're not paying attention to those habits that we should be doing over the course of the weekend, because we think it's the weekend. This is where weekend can ruin progress, and weekend shouldn't ruin progress. So to recap, make sure you still have them healthy habits, even though you start to enjoy a few little extra things at weekend. So obviously I track all my calories in MyFitnessPal. It's just a habit that I just really need to stick to all the time. It's the best habit. You can make yourself aware of everything that you're doing, and I always look at the calories over the 7 days, and then look at my average over the 7 days. That is what I'm always concerned about now. It's only really like my streak now is pretty good, but look at Danielle's streak. That is unbelievable. Look at this. Unbelievable. So I'm just about to crack on with my last 2 hours of work. So 2 till 4 now. I'm going to sit and chill. So I've actually been able to warm my dinner up for the first time today. Eating exactly the same thing, but I've added a little salad. Now, obviously, knowing my eating habits, take a look at my salad. Cucumbers, lettuce, And that's for no health reasons, that's just because I'm lazy. So all my calories tracked in MyFitnessPal. This is good, a little habit to have. So we'll have equalled about 2,000 calories with what I've tracked. Still got this left. So my partner's already told me that she's cooking tea tonight. I don't know what that is, so I hope I'm going to be able to get my drink and the meal in within my 3,000 calories. If I don't, I've always got tomorrow to catch it up, or the day after, over the full 7 days, remember. So track everything, but obviously I'm going to have a few drinks. She's going to cook me my tea. I'm going to have that. And then I've also still got this I'm going to save in the fridge, because when I get a little bit hungry later on at night, calories already been tracked. It's still in my calorie allowance because I've already counted for it. I've not actually eaten it. That's a really good little tip, especially when you're having a few drinks. So YouTube video while I eat. Remember, education is king, not just for, I don't necessarily do it always to learn, I do it so I live the life. So I highly recommend it. So what am I doing on my laptop? What work am I doing for THQ? I'm going to be starting some live podcasts as well. Not like, well, some like the podcasts that I've been doing. I'm going to be doing some like videos as well, so you could watch it on video as well as watching it, listening to it in your car on the podcast. I'm just going to try them, see what it's like, see if it helps you guys, see if it's freshens things up a little bit different. So I've got 3 podcasts that I'm going to be doing. I can remember what I'm doing. Is breakfast the most important meal of the day? And 2 more, but I forgot, so you'll have to find out later when they come out. And I'm going to be doing an interview as well with Buxton member Darren. We're going to be discussing the process of going all in to a transformation compared to just joining the gym to get fit. So that'll be interesting. So guys, I just wanted to point out something. Like, this is pretty much what I eat on a daily basis, like every single day, more or less. Like, eating healthily isn't expensive. Like, mixed vegetables, frozen vegetables, they're like a pack's like under £1. Not even that. I have no idea what it is, but it's under £1. And the turkey is £2 something, and the rice is 49p each. That lasts me all day. Like, it's not expensive at all. I understand like the variation, things like that, but you know, if we're a good cook, or even if we just put a little bit of effort in, like if you're like me, like eating like this, then just eat like this. But if you don't, a little bit of effort in, I don't really think it's that much more expensive. Any junk that you buy would probably equal a little bit more than that per day, I would definitely say. Right guys, I am off again. So I've got a 60-mile round trip now to grab my daughter. So like, it's quite a busy day for me, this is why I don't usually have caffeine this late, but I've done nearly over 100 miles today. Well, I will have done by the time I get back. I managed to get 6 hours working, an hour's workout, and yeah, so I need a bit more caffeine, and I've not had a monster yet today. So I do usually try and get a little bit more than 6 hours working, but as you can see, I've spent a lot of time in the car traveling, but I'm going to be listening to another podcast. So I managed to get in 3 podcasts, short podcasts, and I'm going to get in an audio book actually on the way now. So again, I've got like another hour there, hour back. So I should get 2 hours of an audio book to increase my knowledge. Hey guys, so that concludes the end of the vlog. I'm going to go and chill, have some family time because I'm up early again. We have the shoot tomorrow, which I'm looking forward to. I hope you found this helpful. I hope you found it insightful. And if you do, if you have done, if it does help, then please leave me a comment and I'll do similar projects in the future. Take care.